South by Southwest Day 3 update, coming to you from Day 4. Yesterday was a very, very busy, exciting, awesome day. It was the first time that I really got out there and made the best of everything that South by Southwest has to offer. My day actually started off with an insane bike ride. There's a great story behind it, although it was hell while I was going through it. I rented a free bike and I decided to try and get to a mall to get a GoPro camera, which is on my list of things to do. And I was given crazy directions by Google Maps. You can actually tell Google Maps that you're riding a bike now and it gives you a bike route. Bullshit. It's not a bike route at all. Don't trust it. I ended up on crazy highways and obviously it doesn't recognize elevation. So I learned that the west side of Austin is rolling hills upon rolling hills. I think I was out there for like 4.5 hours. It's a bit embarrassing. Crazy mission. So I ended up at the mall, only to find out that the Best Buy was a mobile Best Buy. So I couldn't even buy a camera. After that whole mission, I almost cried. I really did. I put so much time and effort into getting there, and I got nothing out of it. But I was so determined that I called a cab, and lucky for me, my rental bike was one of the ones that you can pack up, even though I didn't even know how to pack it up. So I scrunched it up as best I could, and then headed out to the Best Buy, which I took by cab. My cabbie was awesome. He drove me to Best Buy, I ran in, I bought the camera, and then he drove me back to town. The whole trip literally took like 4.5, 5 hours. It was an adventure. The really cool part about it was that I got to see what Austin is like, just as a suburb and where people live and what they do on weekends. The bike trails are really, really nice. Cool adventure. Then I got back and I was in the best mood. When you accomplish something like that, it feels good. It was totally worth it. And I just got out there and started talking to people finally. And I met a few different people. I met some Austinites at a bar who want to bring me about town and show me all the Austin music that happens during South by Southwest, so that's cool. And I also met a bunch of filmmakers who are here with a feature film, and one of them was from Toronto. Struck up a conversation and ended up going to their opening night party. Had a really great time. Have met all sorts of really cool, talented people. This is what it's all about, is getting out there and meeting people and making connections, and I'm loving it. Like, it's really exciting. Not only that, I also got to brush up to James Franco, and I don't think anyone really understands how big a deal this is for me. I don't get starstruck. I don't feel like actors are really any different than most people most of the time, but James Franco. He's the only person I've ever seen in person that literally made me weak in the knees. I was so flustered. He looked me in the eyes and smiled and nodded, did one of these. And then he stood right next to me, and I was just in this crazy position where I just happened to be in the exact perfect spot at the exact perfect time. There's no way it could have worked out any better. And I got to creepily video him while he stood next to me. Exciting! Seems so trivial, does it? So that was day 3. And now it's day 4, and it started quite late. But there's still lots ahead. We'll see what happens.